about you, but one thing that really gets my geeky juices flowing is the sound of a retro dot matrix printer. So, when the news came to me that a local company was about to put the axe through two of them, that as far as they know, worked perfectly last time they used them. When they offered them to me, well, I couldn't turn them down, could I now? So, I thought, I might be able to use them with the Beeb, as they were quite old ones, apparently. So, let's have a look. Okay, here are the pair in overhead glory. The Panasonic KX-P2135, colour 24-pin printer, and the Epson LQ300+2 printer. And here is, live on air, sort of, my cup of tea. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Sponsored today by Ramada Hotels, Manchester. Now, thank you, wifey. Now, assuming that they do work, if anybody wants me to do a full review of either of these or both of them, I'll be happy to do that. Obviously, there will be a limitation on doing this one, but I'll talk about that in a moment. Now, that one comes as is with power cord, so we'll test that in a moment, because they've got the same interface that the BBC uses. This one's got all modern ones as well, but it's still got the BBC one, so theoretically it works with it. Panasonic also came with a quick start guide, full manual, and 2 unused ribbons. Nice. So, but the Panasonic needs its plug putting back on, because somebody cut it off. So, I should be doing that. But first of all, we're going to test the Epson and see if that will talk to the BBC microcomputer. Right, here's the Epson in front of the BBC. On the BBC I have a nice little poem which reads, "Mary had a little lamb, she also had a bear. I often saw her little lamb, but I never saw her bear." Anyway, right, I've tested this, and it's got power, and if we press print on the Beeb, and print off, continue off, go. She does print, and print well she does, but we got gobbledygook. Now, this may not be the fault of the printer, it may not be understanding the output from the BBC, so I'm going to have to look for a manual online or somewhere and find out how to change the settings so it can understand. Fortunately, it's got a USB connection as well, so I'm going to test it downstairs as well on the laptop. But before I do that, let's switch over to this one. Right, here we are with the Panasonic, which I've taken me quite a while to work out how to set up. I've taken the top off, so you can see what's going on better. Take this one off as well so you can see the head working, if it wants to come off easily. If not, then you've got bloody stay. Now it's come off. There we go. Right. There's quite a bit of debris inside, so it does need cleaning. But there is a problem we've got at the moment. Not with the printer, but you'll see. So, what we'll do, get the paper to load. I'll switch it on first, that helps. Okay, and load park. No, it didn't get it the first time. There we go. It's going. Right. Come on. Okay. Paper's in. Covers down. This can either be tractor fed or I'll put it down there. This can be tractor fed or normal A4 paper fed. Now, got my little, now you had a little lamb up there on the BBC, and just quickly do a print of this. F8 printer continuous. I've taken the cable out. Hang on, I'll be right back. Okay, I've put the cable back in, which is good. Let's see, continuous. Right, now, there's the problem, which is not with the printer. It's not getting the return line feed code, so it's printing everything on one line. Now this happened with this kosher printer with the BBC, but that had dip settings inside, so you could change that. This one is software based, unfortunately. It's for Windows 3.1, etc. So, if anybody knows how to get software for the BBC to run this, or how to get the BBC to talk to it properly, because it has no dip settings, it would be very much appreciated, and we can get this one working through. In the meantime, I was cleaning out all these deposits inside it. Now, okay, although it doesn't work, let's do a little experiment, shall we? Because this has, allegedly, super quiet mode, which is great for the neighbours. Let's see if super quiet mode works. Super quiet. Let's see how super quiet it is. F8, printer, continuous. Well, to be honest, that was super disappointing.
Right,
Excuse the mess, but we are down in the living room with it connected to the laptop. This is a Windows Vista laptop, the one that I recently repaired, and as soon as I plugged it in, it uploaded the drivers, and there she is, happy. And I've changed the font, which I've had to, took me a bit of research. You have to hold that down for 3 seconds, then change the font and all that good stuff. Now we've looked at an interesting side for it. We've looked on the internet, and these things were after the manual, and they came up and they sell from £152 to £288 still. So they're still making these. Interesting. But let's get it printing. Now I've got one of my documents from my channel. I haven't tried it with this program before, so let's try it. Using OpenOffice. Print. Let's see what it does. Hang on. I haven't got it. There we go. I've put it into prestige mode because we're British. We like prestige. Let's have a look. Sounds healthy enough. Let me in. It would help if I'd put paper in it. Plonker. Right, let's spin that around and let's get some paper in it. I'm surprised it doesn't detect that. Oh well. Right. Paper. Now it's telling me paper out. Right. Okay, so switch it off. Back on. It's kept the prestige setting, which is nice. And is it going to print? Open the partners folder. It's ready. Right, let's try again. File, print, print. Here we go. We have action. Gently remove the cover. Let's see what we got. There we go. We can watch the printhead in action. Oh, aren't you lucky people? Okay, ribbon is a bit weak on that one, which is to be expected. But we'll do spin it on, and it'll be fine. And there we go. Okay, welcome back to Noise Central. Just for a laugh, we thought we'd try and see what it'd do if you tried to print out a picture. And surprisingly, bless its little cotton socks, despite the fact it's completely incapable, it's actually giving it a shot. Oh, it's actually, no, there is actually an image coming out. Wow. This could be completely retro geek poster. Oh yes, this is going to be fun. But it's going to take a while, so I'll be back in a moment. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, there we go. It went off the bottom of the page, so it stopped, but that's quite impressive for a dot matrix printer. Probably used half the ribbon, but there we go. So, there we go. And impressed. Time to go and play with the Panasonic. Okay, it is now 48 hours later. Yes, you heard that right, 48 hours later. The reason being, I tried to record this yesterday and I found out all my rechargeable batteries were dead. So I had to charge them. And then I got a delay because this printer was full of dust from years of using tractor paper. So I decided to clean it out. And then I put it all back together, well, you know, put the top back on and all that. And things went horribly wrong. And it took me about 2 hours to resolve exactly why things have gone wrong, but I'm saving that for another video. In the meantime, what I'm going to do, first of all, I've done a bit of research and we now know how to do test pages on this, so I'm going to show you that this actually does work before we get talking to the beeb. So all I'm going to do is switch her on, a few whiz bangs, and as we are all geeks here, I'm going to take the cover off so you get to see the interior. Now you saw the case wobbled then, that's because it's not screwed down, because after I finish this I'm going to make the video that shows you what went wrong and how to resolve it. So, in the meantime, it's now loaded the paper automatically. Switch it back off, press LFFF, switch it back on, and so a quick sequence of lights and we'll release. And it automatically does the test page. Isn't that nice? So we can actually see that the printer does work. Runs through different fonts, all the characters. Well, it's a good way to test that it's actually fully functional. And as we can see, it is fully functional, so we'll kill it there and let it reset. Okay, and get the form feed up. And there's the paper. Right. Okay, what we'll do, we'll get you talking to the beeb. So, need to plug her in. This is the cable for the beeb here. Plug her in on this side. Quite simple attachment there. Excuse me, I'm just going around the camera and I shut up my butt. Hang on, no, go that way. Okay, what I'm going to do is turn on the beeb. I left the beeb till later because it's a bit noisy. So first of all, I'll put the paper back in. As we're really playing around, I'll use the same paper and just turn it around. Should notice it and auto-load it. Very good, like that. Now, let's go to the beeb itself. Wibbly wobbly. I'll get as close up as I can. Now, the secret to printing on these software-based printers on the beeb is to tell the beeb to output all the line feed characters to the printer itself. So to do that, and I have to thank Mark, who does the BBC Retro Clinic for this. He gave me this information on Twitter. We use star FX6,0, which is a operating system command. Accepts it. Now we can go to edit. Don't know why you can see this on this there, but there we go. Right, and we'll type out a little rhyme. Mary had a little lamb. She also had a bear. I often saw her little lamb. But oops, why did I do a capital then? I don't know. I never, put the caps lock back on, you plonker. Caps lock. I never saw her bear. And if we go F8 to print, and we'll just zoom back around to the printer. Here she is. And continuous. She's a happy bunny now. There we go. Just put it out a little bit. Right, okay, there we go. Prints perfectly from the beeb. Okay, so this one will be making a comeback in another video, showing you what went wrong and how I resolved it. And now it's time for the Epson. Okay, it is now time for the Epson to do its trials. So first of all, we shall switch it on. And I've just realised I did the Panasonic video without its spool reel in. Oh well, it worked. Okay, let's load the Epson. This is a modern printer, still in production as I speak. There we go, it's auto-loaded the paper. Now the BBC still has the same stuff on the screen. So, I shall put you back on the printer. And we'll, on the B, we'll go F8, printer, continuous, and this one seems a bit slower than the other one. Might be just the mode. Yep. Okie dokie. And there we go. With that star FX6, 0 command, the Beeb is now sending all the commands to the printers, and it's printing out fine. So there we go. Bargain! Like it. Nice donations. They're going to take up a bit of room, which I'll show you in a second. So here we are, and this is the best camera angle I can get from within the lab because of the lack of space in here. But there's the front of the lab with the TV and all the stuff that's changed recently, the BBC, and they're going to be living right there, right side of where I sit. So, yes, quick zoom around. Yes, sitting very tight on the space here. But there we go. Who cares? Right, so thank you very much. It's a very nice donation and works very well. And Britannia, Britannia rules the best. She shall never, 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 never,